I want to declare to the whole world and to the Republican Party that under Donald Trump and under a Donald Trump administration, all lives matter! All lives. All lives.
The old all lives matter. Well, odds are if you uttered this phrase, you'd probably be labeled a racist.
Clayton Bigsby! That's it!
Or at the very minimum, a racist sympathizer.
Well, look no further, fella, you found me.
And why would someone call you that? I don't know, maybe because the GOP spun this slogan to overshadow or hijack the Black Lives Matter movement. That being said, I still believe in the phrase. I believe that in this country, all lives should matter. Black and brown lives should matter. White lives should matter. Rich lives should matter. Poor lives should matter. Baby lives should matter. Seniors' lives should matter. Urban lives should matter. Rural lives should matter. Just because the phrase may have been spawned out of quote unquote hate or racism, I don't like to paint a broad brush and say anyone that supports Donald Trump or is a MAGA person is automatically racist or hate-filled. Maybe my reason for this is because over the past 3 years, I have driven through quote unquote flyover country 3 times. I've driven from Denver to Atlanta twice and Atlanta to Denver recently. And during this time, every time I've had great encounters with people in quote unquote Trump country. And when I say Trump country, I mean going from Colorado I-70 all the way to Missouri I-70 to 64 to 24, taking you into Tennessee, Nashville, going down into Chattanooga, down to 75. I've gone all through Trump country. I have seen straight up murals to MAGA and Donald Trump. Barns, grain and water silos, tractor trailer rigs, all decked out in Trump stuff. Some of it's pretty creative. But my point is, a lot of these individuals in these rural areas wholeheartedly support and voted for Donald Trump. And unlike the Latinos for Donald Trump, we've seen a lot of their FAFO out in the open. We've seen Latinos that have wholeheartedly support MAGA that may have even made music videos.
Oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump.
Open restaurants like a Donald Trump burger joint. We've seen these guys all be on the quote unquote wrong end as far as they would think of the Ice Baby situation. These people weren't gangbangers. They weren't criminals. They had jobs, open businesses. And then, like I was saying, a lot of them supported the Republican Party and they were out of here. And a lot of them are disappointed. And that was their quote unquote FAFO moment. Some other FAFO moments that have happened with this administration that aren't getting highlighted as much are that of the rural farmer and of some of our senior citizens.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
So really quickly, let's take a look at what's going down with the farmer, because their FAFO moment is so horrific that some of them are not here to tell us about it. But let's not take my word for it. Let's take the reports, because like I said, some of the farmers are not here to tell us.
Farmers, I love farmers. I won 80%, 85% of the farmers, and I love them, and I'm never going to do anything to hurt our farmers.
It's a silent truth happening from the current downturn.
There are 3 tractors up here that I bought on auction. I'm not going to tell you which ones, but they came off of The reason that the farmers are no longer there, the reason I've got the tractors.
An uptick in the amount of equipment coming to auction as a result of farmers.
If anybody needs to talk, call your friends, call us. We don't need to sell you anything. I don't want to buy more tractors that way.
And I love them, and I'm never going to do anything to hurt our farmers.
Tariffs are having a real impact right here in the Treasure State, with farmers and ranchers feeling it firsthand. Food systems moving out of the country, prices on food and tools going up, and broken trade relations are just a handful of the issues.
Nobody wants to do business with us, whether it's Japan, Australia, Europe, Paraguay, anybody. They don't want to do business with us because they have no idea what's going to happen. It doesn't make any good business sense.
A talking point was the impact tariffs have on the mental health of farmers. An expert said it's causing more stress. According to some estimates, farmers have a suicide rate as high as 3 times the national average.
Look, we have farmers. I love farmers. I want 80%, 85% of the farmers.
It's not just Montana farmers feeling the pressure. Data from Bloomberg shows 173 small farms across the country have filed for bankruptcy since President Trump took office.
Price is going to go up for moving outside the country, and the price is going to go up for increased labor costs, and the price is going to go up because of tariffs. Good high quality food is going to become food of the rich.
And why is this happening so much with the farmers? My hypothesis, my theory, the farmer, the American farmer, is a proud bunch. Farming is one of the original, most noble professions. You work hard, you feed people. You work hard, you feed your family. You work hard, you're able to make money to support your family, to raise a family, to do well in a community. As a farmer, there's only about 2 things that can derail your hard work. Number 1, natural disaster. Natural disaster can derail your hard work. Number 2, bad legislation. Bad legislation has crippled the American farmer, no matter how much hard work that they want to put in. And to add insult to injury, they voted for the bad legislation in droves. Because of this pride, because of having to deal with the FAFO that this proud group does not want to deal with, they'd rather not be here. The data to this is out there. If we know about it by reading news articles and watching news articles, the administration has hard data on this, especially if this is part of their constituency that they love so much. But speaking of constituencies that are loved very much, the seniors. Let's take a look at a senior that's down in Florida, not only an age demographic, but a locational demographic that is known to have overwhelmingly supported Donald Trump and the current administration down in Florida. Let's check out what's going on with the senior down in Florida. Let's look at it. Okie dokie, let's check out this article from Yahoo News, the MoneyWise section. It has this Florida woman, 78, was living in her car as more seniors in the Sunshine State suddenly face homelessness. This article is from like 2 days ago on Saturday, August the 16th, 2025. As you see, we have a senior lady here and we're about to learn more about her. All right. South Florida resident Carolyn is 78 years old. And at a time in her life when she should be enjoying life's comforts, she instead was living in her car because she could not afford a home. Quote, I look at this as a journey. I've had many journeys in my life, she told WSVN Channel 7 News in a story published May 13th. Right? Some more stuff about what they have at the fine news station. Let's get back to Carolyn. Carolyn isn't the only older American in this boat. A growing portion of seniors in parts of Florida are grappling with homelessness, and the problem is projected to keep getting worse. Homelessness is hitting older Floridians. Carolyn had been living in her vehicle for 2 months at the time, and 7 News reports that she has only Social Security for income. She didn't share the monthly benefit amount, but the average retired worker today collects $1,918.22 per month as of July 2025. And we're not even going to talk about how that may be in jeopardy because some of the current administrations and Doge activities, etc., etc. And we're going to continue. All right. This is again quote from Miss Carolyn, age 78. All right. I sleep here in this seat, scrunched down. My ankles and legs are swollen from having to sit all the time, she said. I buy a jug of water. It's cheaper. And I eat 1 meal per day for $2.02. She knows that to the T, $2.02, right? Ron Book, chairman of the Miami-Dade County Homelessness Trust, says that homeless seniors are incredibly vulnerable and in need of help. Of course, they're incredibly vulnerable. The streets isn't the place for young able-bodied people, let alone 60 and 70-year-old seniors. But let me continue. Quote, I believe still from Mr. Cook. We know if we put vulnerable elderly on the streets, they're going to die earlier, he told Channel 7. The face of homelessness has changed. I wanted people in the community to think about their mothers, their grandmothers, their grandfathers being homeless for the first time. In 2019, people aged 65 and older made up nearly 8% of the homeless population in Miami-Dade County, according to Channel 7, citing data from the Homelessness Trust. All right. By 2024, that number had reached 14%. It is projected to climb to 22% by 2030. That's 5 years. In 5 years, the face of homelessness in Miami-Dade County looks like this, 22%. So for all of us that aren't math wizards, that means for every 100 homeless people, 22 of them is going to look like this lady or her male counterpart. Seniors and Floridians wholeheartedly voted for this administration. This administration and this party states that all lives matter. You would think that particularly meant their voting bloc. But what we're seeing so far is this administration has propped up a great government. It has made America great for the top 10, 5, 1%ers of the country, the CEOs, the hedge fund operators, those of us collecting capital gains and inheriting trust funds. America is great again, but it's not great for these seniors in Florida. It's not great for these rural farmers in flyover country that this party and this president claimed that they cared about so much, that they were going to protect them from the elites, and allowed all of this division to be seeped into the nation. Where are these lives mattering? Where? Let's check out some of this lip service from the GOP, pretending to be here for the middle class, pretending to be here for the working man. Let's take out some Marjorie Taylor Greene. I am selecting her for a few reasons. Number one, she represents the Northwest region of Georgia. That is a region that I am very familiar with because I grew up there. All right, so I'm familiar with the people there. I am familiar with her and her shenanigans. Number two, Miss Greene wholeheartedly supported the big beautiful bill. She did not obstruct. She did not try to hold it up. She didn't ask for any concessions, trying to preserve any kind of benefits, right, to anything that may have helped the working class, the low income families, the average Joe, the people she always claims that she's here to represent. Number three, again, for her to be here, being anti-elite, she always seems to timely make great stock pickups and sales right before major legislation goes down. Like, oh, I don't know, Planeteer's just about to get a government contract. Oh, wow, what do you know? I just bought a bunch of shares two days prior to. But never mind any of that. She's concerned about the average citizen, so she decided to repost something from an average citizen that is hurting right now from decisions made by this current administration. Inflation is up. Remember, one of the reasons a lot of people voted in this administration is because they had the feeling, right, that we were not recovering from the inflationary period of the pandemic quickly enough, and Donald Trump was going to bring prices down across board. That has not happened. But let's see what Miss Green said this weekend, the same time that the article broke about the poor farmers that are also hurting. Miss Taylor Greene said, unacceptable. Marjorie Taylor Greene shares a video of a woman in tears over financial stress. Right? I don't have to read the contents of the article because we're going to listen to what the lady actually had to say. Let's check her out.
Hey TikTok, I'm just on here wondering if anybody's feeling the same way I'm feeling. I'm from Illinois and I feel like the gas prices and the electric bills and the prices of food is just so overwhelming anymore. Like, I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling like they're drowning and they can't get out. I work overtime and I cannot get above water. I mean, I literally have no gas for next week. It was either that or get a few groceries to get by. I hit my local food pantries. I'm just wondering if anybody else feels like they're drowning. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day.
So, Miss Taylor Greene reposted this, but none of her actions when she's in Washington draining the swamp has done anything that says she's trying to protect this woman, that says she's tried to protect the farmer, that says she's tried to protect the seniors. While she has been talking this good average man, middle class, average Joe, forgotten man and woman stuff, her votes and her actions have gone along with the same thing that Donald Trump has been doing since he's been in the office, and he's been making it great again for the rich. Middle class left behind, definitely the working class left behind. So this is pretty great, right? This is what MAGA was about. This is what MAGA was about. Is this the greatness that your own voting bloc is reeling right now? And the reason it's happened, the reason we've turned this entire place over to the very people that most of us on both sides of the aisle were saying we were trying to keep it from, the elites. The reason we were able to do this was because of the division and the fighting we've been doing. Which brings me back to all lives matter. This voting bloc's lives don't matter. Black lives don't matter. Brown lives don't matter. No lives matter except the elite. So bon appetit. Everybody eat up on all of the reasons why you allowed this to happen. If you wanted to hurry up and deport people, eat that up. As prices keep soaring. If you wanted to make women baby factories, eat it up. Num, 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 num. It's delicious. Right? If you were afraid of dudes in dresses and you had to have this administration to combat that, eat this up. Eat this up. Because remember, all lives matter. And right now, all lives are going to have to buckle up for the ride and we're going to have to feel it. That's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think in the comments. Till next time, peace and stay informed.